Hey everyone, welcome back to Watch Wayfarer. Today we are diving into a comprehensive features walkthrough of the Casio SGW500H. This rugged timepiece is packed with functionalities that make it an excellent choice for outdoor enthusiasts and everyday wearers alike. Let's get started. First, let's talk about the design. The Casio SGW500H features a sturdy resin case and a strap, and the strap is supple and it's flexible and it's designed to withstand tough conditions. It may not be as tough as a G-Shock, but it has all the presence of durability in such a good build. It has a 46.8 mm case diameter and a thickness of 13.6 mm. It's fairly thin for such a feature-packed watch, making it a comfortable fit for most wrist sizes. On the dial, you will notice a mix of analog and digital displays. The analog hand provides a nice traditional look, while the digital display adds versatility with various functionalities. And as you can see, the dial is surrounded by a metal ring and it shows the 8 directions on the dial. 2 of the areas on the right hand side is occupied by the wording compass and the other wording representing the thermo, which means the thermometer. And I like the way that they are using the dial itself to represent these rather than putting it up like the light word on the right hand side. So they're making use of this design to the maximum extent as possible to make the watch look uncluttered. They're able to give such a feature packed watch which also looks not so cluttered given the number of features available is a big thing. Another thing which you would notice is the subtle color change or the display having dual color. It is inherent to these watches, especially the ones which are having these capabilities, the sunrise, sunset, thermometer and the compass capabilities, and this also features the greenish tinge on one section which shows the day and the date. So that's a good touch actually, and it breaks up the digital display into sections which would otherwise lend it boring. The digital display is where you will access most of the watch's function by pressing the mode button, which is on the left hand side, and you can cycle through the different modes. The timekeeping, which you are seeing now, the sunrise, moon age, and it also shows a calculation while it's calculating the moon age, and then followed by the alarm. And here you have a couple of alarms and I'll get to that. And then followed by the stopwatch, and then followed by the timer, the countdown timer, and finally the world time. Here you would be able to see all the world times over here, and you can cycle through them as well. Now that we are in the world time mode, let's get into the details of it. In the world time mode, you can keep track of up to 48 cities worldwide. This is particularly useful for frequent travelers or those with business connections across different time zones. To switch between the cities, you simply press the search button, which is on the right hand side, which is also labeled as thermo, and when you push it, you will be able to see the different modes. And Jeddah, and for the ones which are bigger to show, like Bangkok for example, you would be seeing that it does a mark you and then followed by the actual time with the seconds. So this is the same for each of those big worded cities. And for those which are small, it would directly show in one glance, like the one for Taipei. So it's a pretty nifty feature. Let's talk about the stopwatch mode. While you are in the timekeeping mode, press the mode button 4 times. So just press it 4 times and you will reach the stopwatch mode. And this stopwatch mode is perfect for timing events or workouts. It can measure up to 24 hours in 1/100 second increments. And to start it, stop it and reset it, we use the following buttons. To start, you press the lower right button, which is also named as thermo over here, and it will start it. And to stop it, you again press the stop button. And the reset button is on the left hand side top corner. The reset button is over here, which is the compass. If once you press the button, it will reset it. Let me show you one more time. Start it, stop it, press this one over here and it will stop. So it's pretty easy to use. And also, when you press the reset button, it will go into the split mode. Right now I stopped it at 2 seconds 67 milliseconds, and when I release it, it will catch up and you would see it's already 14, 15, 16. seconds. So that's how you use the split mode. It's the same as you would see in any of the other Casio watches. And when you have to stop it, just press the stop button and then press the reset button to reset it once and for all. While you're on the stopwatch mode, you can get to the countdown timer. Press the lower left button, which is the mode button, and you will be shown the timer, which is the countdown timer mode. The countdown timer can be set up to 100 minutes of 1 second intervals. This feature is great for reminders or timing specific activities. Press the adjust button and you would be able to go into the setting mode, and once you're over there, press the top right button to reduce the increments, bottom right button to increase the increments. In my case, I have set it to 1 minute, and if you want, you can also change the seconds. If you want particular about the number of seconds, press the mode button and it will start flashing the seconds. And here you can press the same top left and right button to cycle through them. And in my case, I'll set for 1 minute and 1 second. And once you are happy with it, just press the adjust button once to finalize it. In order to stop the countdown timer, press the bottom right button, which is the start stop button, and you will hear a beep. It will start it. Let's wait for it and I'll get back to you. As we are nearing the end mark for this countdown timer, let's see how it beeps. So as you can see, it gives a very nice loud beep once it finishes the countdown timer, and it's pretty audible. And speaking of the audible sounds, when it's really quiet and when you have this watch around you, you can hear the ticking sound of the seconds hand. It's not as loud as you would hear in a Timex watch, but it is pretty loud. Now let's talk about the alarm mode. When you're on the countdown timer mode, press the mode button twice and you will go into the main time setting mode. And when you are in the main time setting mode, press thrice and you will get into the alarm mode. By default, this watch supports up to 5 daily alarms, which you can see as cycling through them. And then finally the signal, and then you will be back to the alarm. So the setting of alarm is pretty easy. Just holding on to the adjust button will start to flash the hours, and you can set any hour that you want it to beep at, and you can press the mode button to select the minutes, and then you can press the button to select any minute that you want it to beep at, and finally you can press the adjust button again to finalize it. Whatever the incremental alarm that you are on, be it 1 through 5, in order to turn it on or off, you don't need to be in the adjusting mode. Just press the adjust button once and it will turn it off if it's on, and again press it back again, it will turn it on. This is the same for all the other alarms in this list. Using this alarm feature is pretty simple enough, and setting them is also pretty simple enough. And finally, one thing that you want to see is the signal. Here, the hourly chime that you want to hear. If you want to turn it off, again it's the same. Press this adjust button once to turn it on, turn it off. One of the interesting features of this watch is the twin sensor capability, which is written over here as compass and thermometer. These things you would usually see in only the G-Shocks, but at such a low price, you are getting the compass and thermometer capabilities is such a big thing. In order to use these features, you would press the compass and the thermometer button. Once you are in the main timekeeping mode, press the thermometer button and it will show thermo, and it will show the temperature, the ambient temperature. And please be aware of it. If this plate, the backside of this watch comes into contact with your body, it might affect it, as it uses that as well. And now, since it's not in contact with my skin, so you can see that it shows pretty accurate temperature over here. And if you want to get outside of this mode, you would not be pressing this button, but just press the mode button once again. And the same goes for the compass mode. So in order to go into the compass mode, press the compass button that is already displayed over here. While on the timekeeping mode, press it and you will see the hands, the second hand taking the roll of the compass needle, and you can align it to any direction you want, and you can set and you can check the direction on this watch. And this is pretty accurate, and this can be particularly handy for outdoor activities like hiking or camping. And once you're done with it, if it goes into an idle mode before you do anything else. So in order to activate it again, press the compass, it'll calibrate it and it'll start showing it. To quit this compass mode, press the mode button again. The seconds hand will catch up and it'll go to the role of being a seconds hand. Let me know your thoughts about this feature on this watch. One other feature to note is changing the units of the thermometer scale. When you are on the thermometer mode, press and hold the adjust button and you will hear a beep. And once you are over here, you can press the mode button again, and here you will be able to select the units. So in my case it's degree C. Press it once, twice to reach that. So if you change it, it'll change to the Fahrenheit. And when you want to finalize it, press the adjust button again. How do you set the latitude and longitude on this watch? It's pretty easy. Whenever you are on the main time keeping mode, press and hold the adjust button and it will start the adjust beeping. And once you're over there, press the adjust button once and then it will be beeping this. So here is where you will be setting the latitude and longitude. And if you want to go to from the latitude, you want to go to the longitude, press the mode button once and it will go get you there. And this is where you can cycle through the degrees, and it's a bit pain as you might want to press and hold until you reach the exact latitude and longitude. And for getting these values, you can Google it and it'll show you the latitude and longitude for your location. And once you set it up, you can accurately use the functions like sunrise and sunset, which this watch can show. And once you press the adjust button once, you will be able to quit out of it and press the mode button once to see sunset. While you are on the sunset and sunrise mode, if you want to see both the sunset and sunrise, press the adjust button once to see the sunset, and it takes a while to calculate, and then press it again to see the sunrise. Again it calculates and it shows. And if you overall, the Casio SGW500H is a reliable and feature-packed watch that's perfect for both outdoor adventures and daily use. Its combination of analog and digital displays, along with its multitude of functions, makes it a versatile choice for anyone. Thanks for watching this features walkthrough for Casio SGW500H, and if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more reviews and walkthroughs. Leave a comment below if you have any questions or if there is any other watch that you would like us to review. See you in the next video, and until then, keep on ticking.